Hello, biological anthropology students. Welcome to assignment one of module one, anthropology and its subfields. There are two things to do in this particular assignment, and that is to look at or study and listen to this PowerPoint slide presentation that I have. It should be embedded right below this. For those of you that do not have the ability to open PowerPoint, maybe you have a Chromebook or something, you can download programs, if you can't afford Microsoft Word, free ones. So OpenOffice, go to openoffice.org. That's actually produced by an Apache Oracle sort of collaboration to make a word processor, and Word programs that are compatible with Microsoft as well as Apple. And they work, I would say, probably 99% as well as something that you see produced by the big companies. So will work just fine. I want you to go through those PowerPoint slides and make sure you click on the sound files, because each slide, I think, or at least 90% of them, I'm going to have a small couple-minute lecture on what you're looking at. Now, at the end of this assignment, it's going to finish with a very short video, and it's called Doing Anthropology. The anthropology you're going to watch doing is not biological anthropology. Because when we're talking about the subfields, I really want you to become familiar with the other things that anthropologists do. And they can be really quite fascinating. And for the many courses I've taught over the years in anthropology, it's cultural anthropology that people really have the greatest misconceptions about what we do. Like typically on the first day, I'll ask students, so what is it you think a cultural anthropologist does? And they'll say, well, they look at primitive tribal people all over the world, and that's really far from the mark. That might have been a focus, several generations ago. But the context of our investigations to try to understand why people do what they do is really in the modern day societies. So I want you to have a quick look at how cultural anthropologists go about doing their jobs before we really turn the focus on to what biological anthropologists do in our profession. Now, the real focus that you're really going to think about too, and I think for exam purposes, and this is the way I'm always going to try to, cue you what's going on, is make sure you get down what are the different subfields of anthropology. There are 4 subfields. We're just one of them. Know what each one of them does, right? A good definition for each one. And also know some of the similarities, some of the overlaps in which they have. While they're subfields, they're still allied around a central conception. And of course, that central conception with this course will be what it is to be human. But think about the degree of overlap about that. And I'll give you hints to that during the viewing of that PowerPoint slideshow. So after you complete that assignment, you're free to move on to assignment 2. And also be aware, keep reflecting back on that syllabus so you can see where you're at for the assignments as you approach the first examination, which has the date. Okay, talk soon. Bye.